Get your films on with the Blurs.
Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Unpacking movies has never been more spot on, woke, fire, and just plain lit.
They are lit all the time.
So if you're unsure whether or not to plop down some cash for a film, check out the Blurs.
When a man with a 45 meets a man with a rifle, the man with a pistol is a dead man.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
You really only need to hang mean bastards. But mean bastards, you need to hang.
Don't say you weren't warned. Ridiculous. Here's Brandon and Jeff.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Film Blurs. I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. a lot of fucking nicknames.
What's up, all bag?
A.k.a.
Brandon
Uncle Jeffrey.
Norwood.
And I'm joined here,
this time,
as always, with my friend and co-host.
And my watches. I want to hop into, I didn't get to see this week's SNL because I've been busy.
Okay.
So the past two, like, Ryan Gosling's was fucking incredible, and that's because nobody could keep a straight face. And some of the skits were funny, like, yo, the fantasy skit had me dying. Wife?
Yeah, I still haven't watched. I am 3 episodes behind on SNL, but I'm really looking forward to the Ryan Gosling one. He always fucking kills it, right? Like, I've never watched a SNL with Ryan Gosling.
4 times, so next time he hosts, he'll be getting the 5-timers jacket. I know he wants it bad, and you know what? Fine, give it to him. Fucking man's been underrated. He's underrated across the board as an actor, as a comedian.
I mean, honestly,
underrated.
Honestly, if Ryan Gosling were to become,
I hope not. He got his career started on the Mickey Mouse Club, and I don't
SNL,
want him
he'd
to
be the
join
funniest person
another
on the show. Honestly,
long-standing fucking sketch show.
No, what I'm just saying is, like, he is hilarious, right? So, yeah, I don't think he has plans on doing that. But you can tell he loves comedy.
I got really nothing else to say. I'll check in on the new SNL later tonight. I'll finally get around to it just because I am fucking busy trying to catch up on mad shit because I'm trying to finish this book also, which is amazing. And I want to shout out everybody at Simon & Schuster for sending the book. We'll get more into that further down the line. I want to talk about season 4 of Industry. If you had told me how this season would end from where we started from, I would not have believed you. Everybody hates Harper because Harper is so fucking single-minded and she's selfish and she wants to succeed no matter what. And I'm like, well, that's finance. You know what I mean? Finance people, they're killers. They're fucking killers. I don't know what you want me to say. And so now it feels sweet having my just desserts where everybody's mad that Yasmin, who's to me always been just as big as a piece of shit as Harper, is now Gildazine Maxwell. She's straight up Gildazine Maxwell. Yeah, just laying. Yeah. Yeah, she this whole season has been dealing with Tender.
Epstein's,
and the evil piece of shit who runs Tender. And you come to find out, Tender ain't even a real company. They have no money. It's all fraud. It's a front that they're pulling out of Africa because Whitney's a piece of shit. And Kit Harington took the fall for all of it. And that leaves Yasmin because Mickey and Conrad, they're the creators of the show. They said the higher up you go, and they said this because they view this and when they were working in finance, because this show is based on when they were working in finance. This is based in finance and in real life, is that the higher up you go, the more fucking Nazis and right-wing people you meet, the higher up you go. And so that's what I just said. They said they got this from real life and
in general,
for
man.
finance.
Like, the more money they have, the more
once you hit the top, they say it's nothing but evil people. So that's why now that Yasmin's at the top, she's been rubbing elbows with Nazis all fucking season. You're just like, wow, well, I mean, at least she got out of there. Nope. She sat Harper next to a literal Nazi And this Nazi was trying to get a rise out of Harper, saying some real fucking coded shit. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Even she had to say, like, yo, you sat me next to a fucking Nazi. And she's just like, oh, these people they mean well. They mean well. And then you come to find out, Harper's looking around the room and seeing all these underage girls sitting on these old white men's laps. And she's just like, Yasmin, who are these girls? They're draped on these men, like literally draped on these men. They're like, they're girls who want to be here, you know. They're girls who they wouldn't have much if they weren't here. And she's just like, are you out of your fucking mind? She's like, are you their madam or something right now? They're like, well, they work for me, so. And I'm just like, whoa, like that whole scene lasts 10 minutes, and just. It is one of the most wrenching scenes I've ever seen, which is crazy because this whole fucking season had every episode. I'm just like, what the fuck is going to happen next episode? This entire fucking season. I was just like, I don't understand how these guys managed to outdo themselves season after season. Because after season, like once it hit the end of season 2, I was like, how's this show going to continue? Like the main character's off the board. Season 3, they continue it in a really cool way. And then season 4, Pierpoint just collapses. I was like, bro, Pierpoint was like where all the action took in the show. How's this show going to continue? Now here we are. And I'm just like, fuck. Like they got renewed. This is the first time they got renewed in advance. So season 5 is coming soon. They're working on it now. All the scripts are done because they posted that to Instagram. I was like, damn, y'all niggas write fast. Season 5 is it. And I can't even imagine the wild shit they have planned for season 5. Because I watched the interview with them and they were like, our goal was to pull a magic trick this season, which is to make people's empathy change, which is, you know, it's hard writing a show. They said it's hard writing a show about 2 female characters. So you have Harper, who's so single-minded, a sociopath really, who's only about herself and getting hers. We want to make the audience now turn around on her and be in her corner by the end of the season. And for that way, for Yasmin, where you're watching it and you're like, oh, this very soft-spoken woman who in the first half of the first season was fulfilling lunch orders, running around, being used as a personal secretary. Now she is this evil, probably the most violent, evil person now on this show besides Whitney. I was like, yeah, dog. Yeah, nigga. And that's if Whitney even comes back. I'm like, yo, I don't think Whitney's coming back. That nigga got away. I was just like, that's crazy. That nigga got away with everything. Everything. Shout out to Max Minghella because he played the fuck out of that role. I was just like, bro, I would punch you in the fucking face. Like Kit Harington, his final scene with Whitney was amazing. I was just like, fuck, man, you should have had some balls like a couple of episodes earlier, nigga. Like he should have just went to the police with the letter. Like I don't understand why he didn't go to the police with the letter. Like that nigga wrote you a letter saying like, I got you by the balls. I'm fucked. You're fucked. And I'm taking you down with me. I would have took that to the police and been like, yo, so look what I just found. Found out my whole company's fraudulent. Look. Industry, baby, is one of the most ruthless shows I've ever seen in my life. Cannot wait for season 5. Mickey and Conrad, I will follow. You're like Damon Lindelof, where I'm going to follow you, whatever show you do, because I cannot wait for Lanterns.
Yeah. I mean, you've been talking about Industry for the last couple of years, and I always want to start it, but I want to give it a proper watch, right? I don't want to just like sort of casually watch it. But now that I know that the 5th season is the final season,
you can wait till the end of season 5
I think
and
I'm
just
gonna
binge
jump
all
in
through it.
And catch
just
up
wait.
before. I don't like. I kind of like watching.
All right, well, don't steal my
the
fucking
final
show from me, 'cause you
seasons
have a
of
habit
stuff
stealing my
as
fucking
they're
shows
happening,
from me, nigga.
right? Because I don't want anybody to ruin any kind of shit.
This is my shit. Yo, listen, I love this show. It's my fucking show. I put so many niggas onto this show just because I've listened to the recommendation of one person. They're like, yo, Brandon, it was during lockdown, Like season 2 came out at the end of lockdown, and they're like, "Yo, Brandon, watch this show." And I was like, "All right, I've been meaning to." And I remember going through those first 2 seasons. I was like, "God damn, this show has some of the most disgusting shit you'll ever see." And I'm talking about every fucking season. It's disgusting shit. That's why I'm just like, when people are like, "Yeah, Yasmin, she's a good character," I'm like, "No, she's not." She makes Harry Lottie's character in the first season. She makes him do some disgusting shit because he's infatuated with her, and she's using his infatuation with her just as a power trip to do some real fucking disgusting shit. And I'll tell you what he does. He's so infatuated with her. She's sitting in the bathroom. They're in the bathroom at Pier Point, the place they're fucking working at. I'm like, y'all should be working first off. And she's sitting there, feeling herself for him. He's masturbating. And dude fucking finishes on a mirror. And she's like, if you really love me, you'll clean up the mirror. And what does she do? What does Harry Lottie's character do? He debases himself.
Jesus
and I was just like,
Christ.
nigga, I don't care how. There is no woman in the world where I'm going to lick my own fucking jizz off a public mirror in a bathroom. I'm sorry.
So this was not only is it your own mess, but it's
Listen,
in a
I get
public
I
bathroom,
get it.
right?
It's
So
Pier Point. Like they got.
I'm sure
probably
he
the
was
top
looking up
cleaners in
lots of
London,
guys'
motherfucker.
loads.
But like, no woman is worth that. I am sorry. Even if I was married and my wife had some sick kink like that, I'd be like, nah, that's a hard boundary for me. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Yo, listen.
Know thy limits.
Kierna
Know
Shipka.
thy limits. I'm not going to
And
yell
I'm
anyone's
just so
yum,
used to her
but
seeing
it's
her
the public
as
bathroom
little Don
for me.
Draper's daughter. So it's crazy seeing her as an adult now. I was just like, bro, what the fuck is time? She's doing all types of flagrant shit in this, and like, she's a victim who also becomes now, she's Yasmin's right-hand woman on some real sick shit. But anyways, even Yasmin at one point was using her, and you find out that actually Kiernan was actually using them because she filmed the encounter, which I won't spoil why the encounters are filmed, but I mean, that's part of the plot, where I'm just like, Jesus Christ, guys, like, yo, on some real sick shit. Anyways, Kiernan Shipka has a threesome with Kit Harington and Marissa Abella plays Yasmin. And by the way, Yasmin's name is Yasmin Al-Ahini. You'd think she'd have some fucking, withal not to get in bed with Nazis, considering her last name and her heritage. But, what the fuck ever. Anyways, Kit Harington finishes, because she tells him to. Kit Harington finishes inside a Kipner Shipka, and she straight up goes, "All right, you have something of my husband's, and I want it back." And she goes, "Spread your legs." And you just see her go down and go like this, like, and then it cuts. I swear to God, this is one of the best edits I've ever seen. It cuts to her slurping an oyster out of the shell. I haven't gotten into all the sick shit in this.
I had no idea this show was so fucking sexual. Jesus.
It is. Yo, there's parts of this where I'm just like, man, y'all
leave it for discovery.
Nobody in this is a good person. I'm just letting you know now. Don't go into this thinking like, oh, there's people I can root for. I'm like, I root for Harper, but also Harper's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Harper's the closest thing I can say is, even when she was a full-blown sociopath, I'm like, well, y'all are fucking with her, and I'm always rooting for a black person. And and Mahala kills it as Harper. Like, Harper's the main character of the show. You know what I mean? The two main characters of the show is Harper and Yasmin. So, like, the main character, yeah, I'm gonna root for. Sorry. I mean, she ain't Heisenberg killing people. You know what I'm saying? So, like, kind of easy there. And honestly, when she's doing some malevolent shit, it's out of revenge. As petty as it is, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I do the same thing. Get my revenge.
Yeah, I mean, I don't go into anything in life thinking that someone's good, or I'm the only hero in the story of my life, and I go into shows the same way. So I'm actually looking forward to this. I'm actually
Same. I
just like
caught
Succession.
the first 2 seasons during lockdown.
You know, I was late to the party.
I binged those in a day.
Yeah, like after. Yeah, and after that, I was hooked. I mean, I love my favorite subgenre.
I wouldn't even say they're behaving
is,
badly, dog. They're
rich
just,
people behaving badly.
These people, listen, Succession, they were all awful, but they had like some charisma where you're like, oh, I could see how they get by in life. These motherfuckers are just awful. So you're just watching like the most disgusting people do the most disgusting shit. I want to give a shout out to Ken Leong. Ken Leong was in this, and he's one of the primary reasons I watched this show, because I grew up with Ken Leong. You know what I'm saying? Crazy character. He plays Eric Tao. Just, yo, he's a mentor towards Harper, and they have the most toxic relationship. And the way it ends this season, I'm just like, damn, I feel bad for both of you, because this is like, it's not Eric's fault. I mean, it is Eric's fault in a sense, but like it's not Eric's fault and it's not Harper's fault, and you could clearly see they're both heartbroken. I'm just like, man, Whitney's a piece of shit, man. Like, it's crazy Whitney got away. Yo, like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's one of those shows that has constantly gotten praise, but no one is actually talking about it, right? Like, it's not. It's
like The Wire,
not one
where
of
it was
those
on the cusp
water
of being canceled,
cooler shows,
and then during
even
lockdown,
though it should be,
it
right?
just exploded, and now it's one of HBO's highest rated shows. Like, when the finale ended a couple of Sundays ago, my timeline was on Twitter was just nothing but fucking industry, and everybody's just like, yo, what the fuck just happened? Like, everybody was so shocked by Yasmin's turn. Like, it was just nothing on the timeline. Like, yo, like, are y'all fucking serious? And I'm like, bro, season 5 is going to be wild. Wild. Yo, because, you know, it didn't end well for Miss Maxwell, right? It didn't end well for her.
I mean, we don't know the end of her story, but I can't see that being anything but awful. Right? There is absolutely no way. I mean, she's not going to get
I was
exactly what she deserves
when they announced that season 5 was.
There's not going to be a happily ever
after. I want this show to go on forever, because it's only 8 episodes a season. Well,
I mean, look now that
there's so
Ellison
there's so many Republicans now who've come out and said, like, yeah, I'm not backing
this. They might do a spinoff.
There's mad niggas in Europe who are like, nah. A lot of states have already been like, yeah, nah. And then if the midterms, let's say the midterms go well, and what happens, what we all think's gonna happen happens, it's a wrap. Like, I don't think that shit's happening, bro. That's true. Listen,
yeah,
I'm gonna call
but like all these motherfuckers like to talk
state
a big game.
General
Let me see some action.
A little later today.
Right?
Be like, so make sure this is on a priority right now.
Right, because, you know, I see. I was watching something the other day, like Cory Booker talking all big and bad and shit like that. It's like, nigga, where have you been? What are you doing? What are any of you doing? So, like, yes, they can recognize that it's a bad idea.
Look,
but are they still gonna?
This is London's Succession.
Are they gonna toe the line?
You know what I'm saying?
We'll see.
That's all I can say. This is London's Succession. Shout out to Mahala, because this season proves she is a great actress, and I hope she gets more work. Because, you know, Marissa's been working in other shit. Like, even though the movie sucked, I thought she did a decent job as Amy Winehouse. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that movie is trash. I watched that because I had insomnia. I was like, oh, it's on Peacock, streaming in Dolby Atmos. I was like, cool. So it sounded amazing coming in Dolby Atmos through my sound bar. But 1 a.m., me sitting there having insomnia, I'm sitting there watching it like this. Like, yeah, nigga, I was sitting there at midnight, like, watching it like this. I can't sleep. And, you know, it's easy for me to fall asleep like this, too. Anybody knows who sees me, if I'm watching something like this, everybody knows. He's like, oh, man, this nigga hates that shit. Everybody knows when you see me watching something like...
Yeah, I've seen that look plenty of times. That Amy was it Back to Black? Is that what that fucking shit is called? It was a fucking blip, right? It was. I think it was in theaters for maybe a week.
Yeah, nigga. I remember getting like 3 different screenings. One from the Guild, one from Universal themselves, and then like, hey, a special advanced Gen Pop screening, and I said no to all 3. I ain't watched that shit till Peacock.
Yeah, I mean, you know how I feel about biopics, right? Especially musical biopics.
Yo, you know one's gonna open next month and make like $1 billion, and they still have a second half of the movie. So if this shit's successful, we're getting another half that's already shot.
We talking about the Beatles thing?
Nah,
No.
That's in a couple of years. That's 2028.
Oh, okay. What's coming out next week?
Not next week. Next month.
Wait, what's coming out?
Antoine Fuqua's Michael.
Oh, I didn't realize that Michael was being cut into 2 parts.
That's why it's taking so long for this movie to come out, because Antoine wanted to put out a 4-hour movie with an intermission, and then Michael Jackson estate got involved, and they were just like, the last hour of this movie, we don't know.
Yeah.
So they've had to reshoot it. That's why the budget for this shit has been insane. Like, the reported budget has now soared close to $200 million, because they had to do reshoots and shit. And now they have so this only covers the first half of his career, right up until I think Beat It or Off the Wall, one of those.
Right.
So there's still like the second half of his career and all the other shit. Because I was like, I remember when this first got announced, I was like, good on Antoine Fuqua, because I would not touch that with a 10-foot pole. And Paris Jackson has recently came out and said, she's just like, yeah, the movie's what it is what it is. She's like, the fans are gonna love it. Fans will love it. I was just like, ooh.
The gymnastics that the creative team would have to go through to get past the estate, it would not be worth it for me, man. And now like I kind of do hope this makes money, because I want to see Michael Part 2 to know like, yo, what is going to be the last hour if y'all had to make Antoine change a lot of shit, because like there ain't no sugarcoating like the last 5 years of this nigga's life. So I can guarantee they're not going to talk about the allegations. They're not. Right?
You can't though. You just can't.
Right? Like it's going to be real glossy. Right? I don't even know if they're going to talk about the plastic surgery, the revitiligo, or the vitiligo shit. I don't see how the Michael Jackson estate would allow any of the more seedy and insidious shit, the stuff that we all want to know about and see.
The one thing that we'd all want to go see this shit for.
Yeah, like I can't see them being like, you know what? Yeah, all right, go ahead. Yeah. So, I mean, good on Antoine Fuqua for giving it a go and getting this passion project.
I don't think it's his passion project, but like, yo, Lionsgate spent so much money on this motherfucker that they had to call in Universal to be a co-distributor on this, both overseas and stateside.
Yeah, I can't see that. I mean, it's going to be financially successful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yes. So it's not if we're getting Michael Part 2, it's just a matter of when.
Right.
But
I can't see this being anything but a big budget BET miniseries.
I mean, we already got the Jacksons and American Family with Angela Bassett, and like that shit's already a hard enough to watch, because you just watch it. Half that shit is just Joe Jackson beating the shit out of
his kids. Yeah.
Like, yo, they aired that shit like, I remember they used to air that shit like 3 times a year on ABC. Bro, like I've seen that shit like so many times.
right? Like, not to mention, didn't they make a movie called Ben? There was a biopic based on his relationship with that rat. Like,
I don't know. I remember the one part in the mini series where Angela Bassett, he's like, "Yo, go get me some pecan ice cream," and she walks by a payphone that they have, and she walks into the payphone and picks it up, and here's this nigga setting up an affair date, and I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're gonna shit all over Joe Jackson, right? The Joe Jackson.
You know
shit
who's playing
in
Joe
this movie.
Jackson, right?
Is it Coleman?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Of course. Yeah. Of course, it's gonna be Coleman Mingo. Like, and good on him, because he's gonna put his whole entire foot in this role, which is then going to put its whole entire foot in Michael Jackson's ass.
So, the only two movies that anybody's gonna see next month are Super Mario and Michael. And I went to go. I'm going to talk about it in a few minutes, but I went to go see the Elvis Presley documentary that Baz Luhrmann put out, and they kept
on sending me shit for that, and it was like I just couldn't make anything.
I couldn't make anything either, but I used the A-list reservation to see it, and I was the only black person in there. Everybody else was like 60, 70 white person. They played that Michael Jackson trailer. I'm like, oh, if these white people are hyped, that means this shit's going to make money, nigga. Like, they saw that trailer, and I was just like, oh, like, I could hear everybody in the theater getting hard.
Look, everybody likes Michael Jackson, right? Like, there is a motherfucking neo-Nazi in West Virginia right now that if you put on Thriller, that motherfucker's be like,
yo, listen, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, Beat It is one of the hardest songs ever made. Like, that fucking guitar solo by Eddie Van Halen. Like, bro, when have you ever seen Eddie Van Halen do anything outside of rock? Never. Never. And that nigga's like, yeah, I'll play from... Yo, this nigga had fucking fucking Martin Scorsese direct one of his videos.
Look, Michael Jackson... not invented the music video, but like he was the first one to really embrace that medium, and every Michael Jackson music video changed the fucking game. You would not have music television without Michael Jackson.
Listen, the worst thing I can say is I can hopefully somebody can hook me up with a Lionsgate contact, because worst thing I can say is, hey, I'm about to sit here and listen to some Michael Jackson songs. That's like the best thing I can say, and I can't even be mad at that. Like, if Michael Part 2 comes out, I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, damn, I get to fucking watch them recreate the Scream music video. Scream is hard. Probably have Rhythm Nation in that motherfucker too, because you can't ignore that. Can't ignore Janet's success. Rhythm Nation, that shit's still hard.
You're gonna have to have Thriller in there.
Yo, I'm gonna be getting up in the theater doing the Rhythm Nation dance.
Right, look. Michael Jackson.
It's gonna be real niggerish in those theaters, bro.
Look.
Niggas gonna be doing everything.
Joe Jackson, undeniably one of the worst fathers ever, right? But he beat success into these motherfuckers, right? Like, without those ass whoopings, we wouldn't have some of the best songs of the 20th century.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah. Yeah, but like that second part, I can't see that being satisfying. I can't. I can't see it being satisfying.
I'm wondering what's gonna be in the first part too, because I'm like, are y'all? I don't even think they're gonna go as hard as the miniseries did, because that miniseries went hard on Joe, and mind you, that nigga was still alive when that shit came out, bro.
Yeah, and what aspect of his upbringing is it gonna start when that motherfucker set himself on fire for Pepsi and like it's gonna be these like This Is Your Life JoJo Dancer shit where it starts where Richard Pryor lights himself on fire doing crack, and then it goes in the past. I don't know.
Well,
I don't like.
Producer is Graham King, and he is one of the producers. He's a legendary Hollywood producer, but also the trailers remind you that, hey, Graham King, the Academy Award-winning producer of Bohemian Rhapsody, and I was just like, yeah, man. A movie where, like, the only positive thing I can say is, hey, I saw the movie once. I went to the Guild screening for it. The only thing I could say is I heard Queen in Dolby Atmos.
I think that's the best anyone has ever said about that movie. That and the fact that it ended. Those are the two best parts of that movie.
So that's the only thing I could say about Back to Black is like, yo, I heard Amy Winehouse in Dolby Atmos through my soundbar. Like, like at least I hope I can get an IMAX screening from Michael, so that way I could be like, yeah, I heard Michael Jackson songs in IMAX. I saw Thriller in IMAX 3D. That shit scared me at one point. They had a jump scare. They added that shit at the end.
Good. Look,
they played it in 3D before the Eli Roth family film, A Clock with a House in Its Walls. So this was when our AMC was still open. Saw it in IMAX there, and they added a jump scare, and even I jumped and got scared. Yo, this family brought a bunch of little kids, and those kids freaked the fuck out.
Good.
Kids, that kid.
More kids need to be traumatized. I'm sorry. More of these motherfuckers walking around all big and bold. Some of them need to be traumatized, like I was by the Thriller music video.
No,
the Thriller music video scared the shit out of me growing up.
I mean, they were scared, but it was literally the jump scare at the end. Because, like, at the end of the credits, you know how the credits go over Michael's demon face? Once it's done, the camera does a little quick zoom in with a scream on the face.
Okay.
I was like, that's fucked up to do in 3D before a kid's movie. Only reason I went to go see that movie, too, is because they're like, see it in IMAX 3D and see the Thriller music video for the first time ever in IMAX 3D. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go see the Thriller music video. It just happens a Eli Roth movie starring Cate Blanchett and Jack Black plays afterwards. A movie that was totally fine and totally forgettable. I couldn't even remember the plot of the movie if you put a gun to my head.
I guess I had a clock in the wall or some shit. I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. So, anyways, I hope Mahala gets to make her bad biopic, but I guess she kind of already did because she played the reporter in Dead Man's Wire, even though I don't think Dead Man's Wire is that bad. It's just fine. It's fine.
And there's nothing wrong with just fine.
It's another great Bill Skarsgård performance, like, you know what I'm saying? And look, I'm glad Gus Van Sant got to make another movie. That's all I can say. Like, it's not that bad. It's that movie is the definition of a movie you watch on streaming. You're like, oh, that was solid. It's real solid. And then you move about your day. Let's move on to Primal. Primal season 3. I really don't know what to make of this shit. Like, they really should have just let Gendy have season 2 be it, cause like, I'm not vibing with it. I'm just not.
Are you not connecting with it, or is it just plain bad?
I don't think I'm connecting with it. Like, it is definitely 8 steps down from the quality of the first 2 seasons, but also it's just watching Spear be a revenant, like a literal walking zombie who's gaining his memories back, and like at the end of season 2, Mira already gave birth to their kid, and the last frame of season 2 is their kid on the dinosaur holding a spear, riding the dinosaur, going, ah! So the fact that, like, now we've backtracked and Mira's going through her pregnancy, she's giving birth, Spear trying to reconnect, but everybody's afraid of him because, you know, he's literally a walking revenant. You know what I'm saying? All purple and green and gray and shit. Yeah, like, it's And it's getting ridiculous. Like, it really is getting ridiculous. Now this nigga's like the king of like monkey people because he is a savage warrior. It's
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I got nothing to say. The fact that you used to love this show and now you're just like, meh.
yeah, because the finale airs tonight and I'll watch it and I'm just like, anyways, started season 2 of The Comeback. I was like, let me rewatch it, and I had to stop it like 10 minutes in because I was like, damn, I forgot how fucking painful it is to watch this show. Like, it's more painful than Curb.
I've never seen The Comeback, right? But people who love the show really love the show.
Yeah, because season 3 is debuting in a few weeks, and that's why. Because I remember watching the first season and then watching the second season, and I started on the second season because I remember rewatching the first season a few years ago, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, this is rough, like just rough. And yeah, Larry David has nothing on The Comeback. Like, The Comeback is
really
peak cringe comedy. Like, I can only imagine what this, because this season coming up is the third and final season. And it's funny because, you know, first season came out, it was acclaimed, nobody watched it. Then it picked up a cult following, HBO brought it back, it did well, and they're like, yeah, we'll do a third season. And now here we are like 15 years later. And I love how season 2 was literally a meta commentary on the show where she's like, well, you ready for my next comeback again? My second comeback.
Cool. I mean, look, I'm not against watching the show. But there's only so much
secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah. I can take.
That's why I stopped it 10 minutes into that first episode. I'm just like, I'll come back. It's just like,
right. Like it is, you gotta baby steps with this shit.
I started watching War Machine because we talked about the Alan Ritchson one, the last episode.
Not bad.
It had some jokes I laughed at. Like, the way Brad Pitt delivers some of those lines had me cracking up. Like, I only got 30 minutes into it. And the one dude, where he looks at the one dude, he's just like, Gunny, why are you fat? Like, the way he delivers that line. Like, he don't say nothing. Dude walks in, he just looks at him, he's like, Gunny, why are you fat? I had to stop it because we got to a dialogue-heavy scene, and I was just too gone to be watching dialogue, so I stopped it, and I was like, you know what? I need to watch something, and I don't want to watch something where I have to think. So I just put on Tenet. I was like, I just want to watch some action shit.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I get it. But yeah, I saw War Machine like when it first came out, and I remember like nothing stands out to me like it being excellent, but also I know it wasn't bad. Right? Like it was enjoyable enough for a Netflix movie. Huh?
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna finish it. But also, damn, what does that say about me? Where I'm like, I want to watch something that I don't have to think about, and it just ends up being Tenet.
Yeah, but at least like you're not watching when you watch Tenet like that. You're just watching it for the set pieces. You're not. There's some movies you can watch to watch, right? And like, let me watch this as a whole, as a movie. Let me talk about, the stakes and analyze it critically. And sometimes you can watch that same movie. It's like, I just want to see some shit blow up and some cool shit.
Ain't that crazy though? Like, one of our top filmmakers gave us a movie where like, hey, you got to watch it for the plot. But then also once you finally understand the movie, you're just like, I don't want to think. I just want to watch some cool shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, Chris, you fucking coward.
Make
Tenet 2. Yeah, make Tenet 2, you fucking coward. Fucking
get you a girl who can do both.
Fucking, I need more action movies like that. You know what I'm saying? Like globe trotting, motherfucking niggas doing cool shit the entire time, buildings blowing up and shit. Like, it can't just be Bond. You know what I'm saying? We need another franchise.
I was about to say that. Like, the closest thing we have is Bond, but sometimes I don't want to see Bond.
Right. Like, yo, and the same thing with Bourne. Like, I love those Bourne movies because the closest thing we got is Bourne. And I'm like, sometimes Bourne is a little too serious for my taste. Like, sometimes, you're just chilling. And you're like, I don't want to watch some geopolitical shit because that's what Bourne is.
Right.
And I love the Bourne series, but, like, look, we need more movies like Tenet where they're just these big budget fucking extravaganzas that we could just put on and watch. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you just want entertainment.
Hell yeah.
And if the entertainment is thoughtful, even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just want to see a motherfucker with a gun do some motherfucker with a gun shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, nigga. Like, yo, I remember being so wasted. I was watching. I remember when it got to the laboratory where he's talking to Fleur Delacour from Harry Potter. Even though that's disrespectful to that actress, I was just like, yo, I could just watch this one sequence of this nigga just catching bullets out of that slab of that wall.
Yeah, sometimes you just want cool shit. Sometimes you just watch The Matrix for the bullet time.
Yo, I was thinking about putting on Matrix 2 because I just wanted to see all the cool shit with Morpheus. Because Morpheus gets to do what
all sorts of crazy shit.
Right. Oh. Every black dude who's ever going to be in an action movie wants to do the shit that Morpheus does in the second one, which is wield a katana and a fucking automatic pistol at the same fucking time.
On top of a moving semi-truck.
That nigga took out a truck with a katana and an automatic pistol. And they did that shit in slow motion. The way that nigga turns, after he he does the tuck and roll and poses with the sword. And that pose takes out the fucking truck. And then he gets up, his coat flaps in the wind. He turns around, does that spin. Coat flap in the wind. He has the automatic pistol. He holds it sideways. Pop, 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 pop. Shoots that truck and that truck blows up. I was like, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, the full fight with the twins is tough. Like, that nigga swinging the samurai sword, and every time he hits them, they fucking turn translucent so it doesn't hurt them. That shit,
I want
hard.
to even talk. Some movies, even talking about them, is like, yeah, I'm gonna put that shit.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna watch Matrix 2 tonight. Like, that's that's like Tenet, where Tenet's much better than Matrix 2. I want to make that clear. Like, let's be real.
Oh, we're not talking about quality.
Yeah, like, we want to make this clear. Yeah. Like, let's make this fucking clear for y'all. Like, Tenet is on 10 different levels above fucking Matrix 2. But we can't deny Matrix 2, one of the best live action animes I've ever seen. Like, yo, bro, that fight in the chateau between Neo and the Merovingian's henchmen, one of the best fights ever put to film, dog.
Look, The Matrix Reloaded.
Matrix,
and this is coming from a fan of the
part
first
one, aka Matrix 2 Part 1.
Right. I still defend every aspect of the Matrix movie. As a fan, the second one was comparable to someone farting into a jar and then smelling it. Right? It was like, right? Like, it was just it was the Wachowskis just like, oh, we got all this money now, we can do every dumbass pseudo psychological bullshit, right? And I look, Reloaded, if you take it just as set pieces, one set piece after another, fucking fantastic. If you take it as like a continuation of story and deeper meaning and then philosophy, it is just so it is so up its own fucking ass.
Maybe that's why I like the fourth one so much. Like, that's my second favorite because, like, it gives you that intelligence, but also the action to go with it. And it has the ability to make fun of itself and realize, like, yeah, we're doing this because it was going to happen anyway. So we're going to make fun of us doing this shit.
Right. But, like,
but there's also a meaningful love story there, too, which I think is cool.
Yeah. Like, and Revolutions, I like that. Like, I like the attack. I like the attack on Zion.
Yo,
Right?
I could.
Even though it was
The only
way
part of
overacted.
Revolutions I like. The only part of Revolutions I like is the fucking club at the beginning. Like, yo, from when they get in
rave,
the elevator,
the fuck rave.
hell yeah. From when they get into the elevator, like, I love how Ghost is just fucking reloads the guns, or he tosses them up, grabs them, cocks them back with his palms, and then just goes. I was like, damn, that shit is hard as fuck. I honestly should explain more of who that nigga was. Would have liked to see more of him. Period.
I mean, without having to play the fucking video game.
No context still, and even in the video game. Like, the only people who get context in the video game is Niobe's crew, which was Link, and I can't remember old boy's name, but he was cool. And then you go into the third movie, like, oh man, they're gonna have big roles because I played this game. You know what I mean? This game leads directly into this third movie, and they're in there for 2 minutes right at the beginning, and that is it. And I was just like, God damn, y'all. Really?
Yeah. Like, see, this is what I talk about. Smelling your own farts.
Yo.
Right?
Yo. Because even I remember watching the behind the scenes. Even Jada Pinkett was like, yeah, it was crazy. I said to them, I'm like, are we shooting the movie or are we shooting the game? And which movie are we shooting right now if we are doing the movie? And I was just like, damn, even she was just like, I'm tired of this shit.
If you have to ask those questions, right? Just like Alan Cumming in this new Avengers movie, if you have to ask those questions, what movie am I in? What am I doing? It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, nigga. Speaking of Marvel real quick, I saw the last half of the leaked trailer for fucking No Way Home, and the only thing I got out of that was like the action looks hot. I was just like, where was this Dustin Daniel Crichton for Shang-Chi?
And someone tried to have an argument with me the other day that Shang-Chi was a good movie. It wasn't the worst Marvel movie, right? But it certainly was not good. Right? But just like Wonder Man, where was this new Dustin Daniel Crichton, right? Like where was he for Shang-Chi?
I don't like that the trailer ends with Frank shooting at these bad guys, and Peter's like, Frank, what are you doing here? And Frank goes, saving your life, kid. I'm like, how do these two know each other, and when the fuck did they meet?
It's probably going to be in the beginning of the movie. Like it's the. I can't imagine story-wise this is going to be good. I can't.
Yo.
Like, the fact that I have to say that Frank Castle is in the new Spider-Man movie with not even not even from the last fucking movie was no mention of him. Not even fucking the retcon from Venom. You know, do they even lay any sort of groundwork?
Well,
It seems like fan service.
Well, the new rumor is that Daredevil co-stars in this shit. That's why they announced Hulk and Punisher tried to hide
to like throw us off the track.
But yeah, that's what it is. It's to hide the fact that Matt is in it. Which
Significantly, yeah.
Maybe that should be your selling point, because that is something I think we all fucking want, because those two always pop up in each other's comics, bro.
That makes sense, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little tickle of that interaction in Bored Again Season 1 Part 2.
I've heard rumors that, because they came out and said Jessica's in it, but I've heard rumors that the entire team is back by the end of this shit.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
All right.
Makes sense because one of the rumors is Phase 7 is all about teams. So X-Men, Defenders, Midnight Suns, and they said the trade-off for having all these teams doing movies because, you know, they should have been doing this since the end of Avengers Endgame because it just doesn't make sense that these guys wouldn't partner up anyway, right?
Right.
But and that would also tighten shit significantly. But also the trade-off for having almost every movie in Phase 7 be a team movie, Kevin said, oh yeah, no Avengers at the end of Phase 7. No Avengers movie. And I was like, you guys...
That's fine.
You guys haven't learned a fucking thing. Like, Avengers movies, to me, function in keeping the house in order and keeping everything neat and clean.
Right.
You should do it. Don't even have to be everybody involved. I guess you could save everybody involved till the end of the phase. The end of the saga. You know what I'm saying? You do the big Avengers movie where everybody's in it at the end of the saga. But like these phases, you do need Avengers movies to close out to keep this tight.
You need a capstone, right? You need a graduation, right? And that's what the Avengers movies are. So, all right,
and they always
Phase
point
7,
us in the direction, and they'll point us in the direction we need to go to know, like, oh, this is what's happening next. Whereas Phase 4, like, well, not Phase 4, the multiverse saga, I should say, has just felt like a ship lost in a maelstrom.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much just because, and let's face it, they barely had a plan for those first phases, right? They had an inkling of a plan, right? And they, by hook or by crook, they made it work, but then they got too big for their own success, right?
I think they had a plan. I mean, the plan was always Thanos and the Infinity Stones, and at least they planted hints of the Infinity Stones throughout each phase, and then Thanos would show up, hey, I need my stones. And then at the end of, like, that's what I love about, what's the name of that shit? Age of Ultron. At least Age of Ultron, that nigga's just fed up. He's like, you know what? Let me do this shit myself.
Right, and you know what? Honestly, people don't like Age of Ultron. It's not the best Avengers movie. I dig it.
Compared to what we've gotten since.
Look, honestly, everything in those first 3 phases.
Listen, the only one I'm not going to bat for is Thor: The Dark World. Like that, listen, there's some movies in these most recent phases that I'd be like, yeah, I would take that shit over. Like, I would take Shang-Chi over fucking Thor: The Dark World, dog.
I mean, I liked Thor: The Dark World enough. I honestly enjoyed it more than the first Thor.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That's
fucking crazy.
I did not like the end. I did not like the third act of the first Thor.
Really?
Right? It felt messy to me.
All right.
But then again, I haven't watched it in like what, fucking 10 years.
Oh yeah, because we're talking about weak movies. How can I forget? Cap's first movie was pretty weak.
Right?
And I just think that needed a different, obviously, well, they did. They got different writers, directors, and look how it turned out, because that's the main problem there. And also, I just didn't like that, like, the last act of the movie was just a fucking montage. And it felt hollow, you know what I'm saying? Because that was the first time where I was just like, this all looks incredibly fake. And it feels like it has no stakes, because we're just killing time to the team.
Just watching him throw the shield, right? In different, with various backgrounds. I like the first Avenger only because I love all of the other Captain America movies. So
it's definitely better than Brave New World, though.
I mean, yeah, I don't even consider that I don't even consider that a Captain America movie because they barely. It feels so disingenuous. That whole entire movie, right? And there's no real graduation for Falcon to become the new Captain America.
Right, because Falcon and the Winter Soldier should have been
a movie.
Yeah, that should have been that fucking movie. And that was clearly a Hulk movie. And I just found out they still can't use Hulk in a solo movie.
Really? Still?
Yeah, Universal apparently still has distribution rights for a solo Hulk movie. And I'm just like, what deal did Avi and that other douchebag who I can't think of?
I don't know, I can't.
I can't think of his name. Those two douchebags. What type of deal did they even make? Like, y'all were that greedy for money.
How do you get rid of? How do you sign that deal with one of the most popular characters in that stable?
And I
don't understand how you make that deal.
Like, it'd be different if Universal owned the rights to the character, like Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. Then I'd be like, okay,
right.
Yeah, that makes sense. But the fact that they only own distribution rights, they don't even own the fucking character. That's what makes it frustrating. That's what makes it so frustrating.
It was like, yeah, they could make a Hulk movie, but we couldn't see a Hulk movie, which is fucking idiotic. It's just, it makes no sense.
They might just need to work out another deal with Universal, like either buy the shit off of them or just do what they're doing with Sony and just be like, yo, look, just fucking we'll make it.
Just like here,
we'll make it. You distribute it, like fuck.
Right. But you know, big dicks be swinging. Right?
Yeah, because Disney. We'll get into the Oscars, but damn, bro, I'm tired of Mandalorian Grogu, dog. Like every time I go see a movie, they show that fucking trailer. That movie, I guarantee you, that movie's going to not do well because it's met with collective groans every time. Like I've never seen an audience be less enthused about a trailer.
Here's the thing, and we've said this before. I am mad that you were making me pay for a movie that I could just watch on the thing that you made me get to watch the TV show.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, put it on fucking Disney Plus, call it a day.
Yo, Jon Favreau said this is probably the last thing he's going to do in Star Wars.
Okay, cool. I mean...
So, for those of you who are looking forward to a season 4, got some bad news for you.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Mandalorian Grogu. It's as a person who loved that first season, I am so not looking forward to this movie.
Anyways, I don't even know what I was fucking talking about before we went on a whole Marvel tangent. But you know what?
I think you said you were watching. So I can't remember.
Anyways, let's get into movies. Epic. Elvis Presley in concert. This is a solid fucking companion piece to Baz's film. Because Baz unearthed all this footage making Elvis that he was just like, I mean, this is years of research. We can't just let it sit here. So he made a musical documentary about his residency in Vegas, which was his final concerts, and it's entertaining, man. It's loud. I saw it in IMAX. It's loud as shit. The old people let it be known. This is unbearably loud.
I mean, then don't watch it in IMAX, right? Like, it's gonna be loud.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Look, I had a good time watching it. That's all I can say. Like, listen, he put on a hell of a show. And I'm glad I got to see it because this is like that's one of the things I love about IMAX is like now I'm getting to see artists that I'll never be able to see. Like seeing the Rolling Stones in IMAX, I was like, wow, they put on a fucking crazy show. Mick Jagger really does fuck his black backup singers, huh? Elvis, watching this, I'm like, how does he not have mono? Because he was kissing every woman in that place. That dude should have got mono.
I mean. Look, he was so hopped up on all sorts of stuff. He might have had the cure for some shit.
And it's crazy watching it because you could tell, like, what was later and what was earlier because of his weight. Like when he was getting chubby, I was like, oh, this is later. This is later in the run. When he's thinner, I was like, oh, this was early in the run.
This is this like you can tell the peanut butter, bacon, and banana sandwiches era.
Had black backup singers, bro. Hitting on them too. Hitting on them.
You know,
like, God damn, nigga.
you know what? Like, I don't know if this is actually something he actually said, but this has been going around in black culture since time of memoriam. You know, Elvis always said the only thing black people can do for me is write my songs and shine my shoes.
But
right?
but that's
So
why
it's
that's why I'm so surprised that he had fucking black backup singers.
Because you could like, look, you gotta get it from the source.
Fucking after the after shows was inviting all these famous black people. I didn't know half of them, but I knew Sammy was there, hanging out with them, joking with them, fucking smoking cigars.
I mean, Sammy was everywhere, man.
I'll give it though. It was a hell of a performance. Like good for him. Even in this documentary, Baz is throwing shade at the Colonel. It's like, damn, this nigga really hates the Colonel.
I mean, the Colonel was not a good man.
Oh no. Look, he's the reason why Elvis never went on tour. That nigga wanted to go to Japan. He wanted to go to fucking Norway. He wanted to go to China.
You imagine how big Elvis would be if he was a touring artist?
Yeah. Like, imagine if he toured Japan, dog. Like, he would have...
They would... oh, my God.
Yeah, dog. They would have ate that shit up.
There would be motherfuckers out there still dressed like Elvis.
Yeah.
I mean, there'd be some half Japanese people that looked like Elvis. Let's say that.
So this documentary has grossed $10 million. It's so popular that some IMAXs have put it back into their theaters. Not all, but some. So if it's playing near you, I recommend it.
Good for them.
Yeah, shout. Hopefully, Baz, now that you got Elvis out your system, hopefully you can make your next movie quicker, man. Because you take too long to make fucking movies, dog.
I mean, because they're so intricate. You know, and he's an artiste.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, listen, I love Baz because, but Baz also has he's hyper stylized. All of his movies feel like when you're watching them, they all feel like, oh, you done like 8 lines of coke and popped 10 MDMA pills.
Yeah, I mean, look, not gonna argue with that. I think the most subtle that Baz Luhrmann has ever been was Romeo and Juliet.
Nah, I think
that was probably.
I gotta still see his first movie, Strictly Ballroom.
Oh, I forgot about Strictly Ballroom. Yeah.
It's a hard movie to watch.
Right.
It's a hard one to track down. It's hard to track down. All right, I'm gonna get into something I should have talked about much sooner. Cause shout out to Well USA. They sent me a screener for one of the greatest fight choreographers' first movie. It's crazy that this is his first movie. It took this long for him. Yuen Ping. Yu Wu Ping. Blades of the Guardian, Wind Rises in the Desert. Fucking, I like this. This is really entertaining. Some hard-ass fight scenes, you know what I'm saying? I was not expecting Jet Li to be in this. He's in it for about 10 minutes. And I was like, of course Jet Li's going to have a crazy-ass fight.
Is this hidden theaters, or is this just a...
It was in theaters.
Video?
It was in theaters a couple of weeks ago. Because they only offered me press screenings. And I was just like, damn, like, I literally have to work, y'all. Like, I can't keep calling out to go to these press screenings. So I asked for a screener link, and they're like... And then they circle back around. They're like, hey, look, here it is. Remember, this is watermarked. This is location traced, and you leak it, we'll find you.
We ain't new to this.
So watched it. I was like, damn, that was entertaining as fuck. So obviously, there's going to probably be a sequel. I would like to talk about the AI doc, but I'm still under embargo, and I got to do the interview with them. So you got the interview? Yeah. So I'm gonna hold off on doing that.
Yeah, because they asked me to do some little sketch type thing for it. So that's coming up next week.
I saw the Revenant a couple of weeks ago in IMAX as they re-released it, and man, that transfer is amazing. Cannot wait to. There's a lot of people's first time seeing it, so it's crazy to hear people audibly react to how fucking extreme this movie is. Yeah, this movie still hits. Like this or Mad Max Fury Road should have won Best Picture, and that's nothing against Spotlight. Spotlight is a great movie, but it ain't Mad Max Fury Road, and it ain't fucking The Revenant. I'll tell you that much. Watching this movie, I was just like, man, we're having one of the worst winters we've ever had in like 2 decades, y'all, here in the Northeast. So watching this movie where it takes place in the snow and it's all these fucking tracking shots where all this elaborate action's going on and it's all oneer tracking shots, all shot with natural light, I was just like, yeah, I could see why people were pissed making this movie. See why Tom Hardy beat up fucking Alejandro for this. By the way, they've been doing Leo was promoting this, so was Alejandro. Even Chivo started promoting this. Chivo is Emmanuel Lubieski, who is probably one of the most legendary cinematographers working today. Only person who didn't come back to promote this, Tom Hardy.
Yeah, look, that motherfucker holds, like, those British people hold a grudge.
The only person, it's funny, he put out 2 difficult movies the same year. And he apologized to George Miller for being difficult, but never apologized to Alejandro. He straight up apologized on a public stage to George Miller. He's just like, yeah, I'm sorry, George. I couldn't see what you saw out in the sand.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes that's the thing, right? You have to trust the director. Right?
True.
Like do the best work you can do with the information that you're given, but sometimes you are so in your head, in the minutia, you can't see the larger picture.
Yeah, nigga, like, yo, listen. I gotta find my 4K because, like, yo, watching it on IMAX, like, that picture has never been better. I was like, fuck, man. After he gets attacked by the bear, the IMAX remaster was so good and so bright and vibrant. You could see the blood bubbles coming out that nigga's neck.
All right.
A nice little detail that a sicko like me appreciates. Also, like, my takeaway from this movie, there's a sign that hangs around a Pawnee man that helped Leonardo DiCaprio's. He was looking for him. He finds him lynched by the French. And there's a sign around this man's neck in French. And it translates to, "We are all savages." And like, I was sitting there watching it and I was just like, damn, bro, even thematically, years later, this is still true 10 years later. Because we are all savages.
I mean, look, universal truths are universal truths.
So, excuse me, drinking some water. Yeah, look, listen, Revenant, man, I love this movie. Like this or Mad Max should have won, dog. Like,
I mean, the fact that Mad Max was even nominated is a small miracle.
Yo, listen, shout out, because this is the movie that Leo won for, and I remember everybody walking out saying the same thing. Like, yo, if this motherfucker don't win for this movie, this nigga is never winning. He's never winning. Leo's a vegan, y'all. And he ate an actual bison liver. Because at one point, his character has to eat a bison liver raw in order to survive. That nigga actually ate that shit and threw up. He had to do that take after take and yacked all day, he said. He's just like, it was one of the worst days because I just yacked.
Look, you got to put the fucking work in. Right? Like, you're an actor, act.
That nigga really crawling around in the snow and the dirt like that. Like, yo, he don't even speak most of the movie. He's just grunting. You know what I'm saying? Because he's in pain.
It's all in the eyes. It's all in the eyes. Look, he earned that Oscar. He earned it.
Yo, Tom Hardy, I'm glad he got nominated, too, because he was a great... Like, every performance in this motherfucker is amazing. Like, Tom Hardy just playing the most vile bastard ever. Domhnall Gleeson, like, he gives a great, like, I've never seen him like this before, where he plays like this very kind-hearted man, but you know, if some shit goes down, he's got your back.
The motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right.
Will Poulter as like this scared kid, like just scared out of his mind. Like, man, the entire cast, bro. Entire cast just murdered this shit. Even Lucas Haas gave a good performance in this motherfucker. Yeah, you forgot that nigga was in this shit.
I mean, I forgot like half that. Like I forgot half the cast because like you're so concentrated on Leo and Tom Hardy.
I mean, Will Poulter's there with Tom Hardy every step of the way.
Right. But you kind of forget that there's this
because he's doing that
other story.
He's doing that frontier. He's such a vile person, but he's also does that period accurate frontiersman voice. We got the pelts, leaving about all this money for these pelts. Did all this shit for these pelts. We're leaving these fucking pelts behind. Rewatched. I haven't seen it in a decade, and since I was like, well, you know, fucking the Oscars are in a couple of weeks, I decided I bought it because I robbed Criterion, and I thank y'all for letting me do that. How about y'all? Yo, listen, Criterion, send me some shit, dog. I would love to review more of your shit. Anyways, I got Punch Drunk Love on 4K Blu-ray from Criterion. Haven't seen this movie ever since it came out. I've only seen it once.
Right.
And rewatching it again, I was just like, yeah, this is fucking amazing. Like, probably one of the most accurate portrayals of social anxiety and the anger that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand watching it. I was like, wait, why wasn't this a hit? And then I rewatched it again. I was like, yeah, I can see why. This is. I can see why.
It's a difficult watch, right?
Well, the first 15 minutes are just so weird too. Between the car accident, the piano being dropped off, that nigga running up and down the street because he's so nervous.
But also, this is the first time we actually saw
Adam Sandler in a serious
Adam
role.
Sandler, like, act, right?
First choices, by the way. Adam Sandler was his first choice for the role of Barry, and Emily Watson was his first choice for the female lead. I was like, whoa, that's surprising. That's surprising. All right, I never would have envisioned. If I was writing this and I was writing it for specifically Adam Sandler, I would never think female lead Emily Watson.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean that as no disrespect to Emily Watson.
Right, in the best way. I get it.
Yeah, because Emily Watson, she is a actress. And the fact that, like, the only thing... Well, no, she was in Hamnet. What the fuck am I talking about? Reduce her to that goddamn Dune TV show. No, yeah, she was in Hamnet. She killed it in that, too. She's Shakespeare's mom. I love that movie at the beginning. She's like, this woman says you got her pregnant. Is it true? And it cuts to Paul Mescal standing there fucking grinning like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I knocked her up. I will not allow it. I will not allow it. And then 2 scenes later, you're my daughter now. You're my daughter now.
Yeah, I mean, look, the movie, it's not a surprise that, you know, at least got nominated.
What,
right.
Punch Drunk Love?
No. I'm talking about Hamnet. But, like, the fact that Adam Sandler wasn't at least nominated for Punch Drunk Love is a tragedy. And it's even more of a tragedy that he wasn't nominated for Uncut Gems.
This is really what I love about it too is it gets you in and out. 90 minutes.
Right.
90 fucking minutes. And I like that PTA. Like he said one of my main reasons for making this movie was because I didn't want to make another 3-hour movie. I didn't want to make Magnolia over again. And apparently the shoot was long because he scrapped the first 3 weeks of shooting because he felt like he was redoing Magnolia again. He's like, nah, we got to start over.
Okay. I mean, look, the fact that he was allowed to do that.
Yo, and the fact that they were throwing money at him, he's just like, nah, this can't cost more than $25 million. He's just like, nah. They're like, yeah, they were trying to give me a budget of 45 million. I was like, that's too much money.
Not for that movie.
And he was correct because it only grossed 26. So
because it's this was not an accessible movie, right? Not accessible. I'm not gonna say accessible. This is not a
movie for normies.
pleaser.
Yeah, this is not for normies.
Right.
I mean, it is a crowd pleaser. Like, everything works out in the end. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I'm saying?
Shit
This
gets
isn't for
insane in this movie.
But like,
it's idiosyncratic in a lot of ways. In so many different ways. That's why a lot of y'all. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's a PTA movie.
Yeah. It's not one battle after another. It is not fucking Punch Drunk Love. You know what I'm saying? Because Boogie Nights.
Be blood?
That's why I meant to say Boogie Nights. I don't even. Damn. You think about it, that was his most profitable movie he's ever made up until
One Battle.
Yeah, and even One Battle still lost money, even though they made the budget and a little bit back.
PTA was able. He was able to do anything he wanted because
of Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights is that good, y'all. Like, yo,
Right.
Listen, I remember watching Boogie Nights the first time. I was just like, God damn, this nigga made this shit when he was 25. I was like, God damn, that movie. I was like, I remember watching it and just being like, yo, this is like, it is Pulp Fiction for grown-ups.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that. Like, I wouldn't say for grown-ups. I would say it is the anti-Pulp Fiction.
Listen, look, this is the true Southland Tales, because this takes place in Southland, which is Southland is another word for South LA. Just so y'all know. Southland Tales I fuck with. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah. I was about to say, like, Southland Tales. You got to watch it more than once. Right? Like the first time.
I think I fucked with it though because I read the comic book first.
Right.
Because the comic book leads directly into the movie and explains a lot of shit that otherwise would not make sense.
I think I have the comic book floating around here somewhere.
Yeah. Look, Richard Kelly, make another fucking movie, man. So yeah, that's Punch Drunk Love. Richard Kelly, make another movie, and Shane Carruth, make another movie. You two, stop fucking around, make some more movies. All right, goddamn. Even though the box sucked, like, I'm sorry, the box is ass.
I can't remember. Is that the one with
Penelope Cruz, Frank? I forget what my man's name is, and James Marsden. It's based off the Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Because it's leaving HBO Max, I was feeling like, you know what, man? I haven't seen this in years. Let me watch it again. Another 90-minute John. Drag Me to Hell. Haven't seen it in a minute. I think I like Send Help much better than this, but let's not discount this. This is still mean and still gross. Like, I forgot how much gross shit's in this. Also, gotta say, this has in any movie, even The Third Man, because I know The Third Man, it's known that there's great use of Dutch angles, which I should probably rewatch The Third Man, you know what I'm saying? Especially being a noir guy. But I gotta say, this movie has immaculate use of Dutch angles. There will never be a movie that uses Dutch angles as well as this ever again.
I mean, that's part of
Raimi's whole thing.
Raimi's, you know.
But, like, man, not like this. I was like, my man's is the king of Dutch angles in this, and it works every time.
All right, I haven't seen Drag Me to Hell, honestly, since it was in theaters.
Same. That's why I was like, let me rewatch it. You know, it's leaving HBO Max at the end of the month. I was like, yeah, let me give it another watch. You know what I mean? Because I remember really liking this shit, and I still really like this shit. Like, yo, I wish Sam Raimi would give us something like this or Send Help every 2 years. You know what I mean? Like, that dude just needs to make more movies. Like, I know he wishes he could keep making comic book movies. He's like, I want to keep making more comic book movies. I'm like, Sam, you need to keep making more horror and thrillers, man.
Right. Or if he wants to do a comic book movie, then go back to Darkman.
Well, you know which one he wants to do next, right? For real, for real.
What?
He said he wants to do Batman. And if I'm James Gunn, I'm calling Andy Muschietti and being like, yeah, bro, we're going to go in a different direction. And as soon as I get off the phone, I'll be like, yo, Sam, I heard you want to do Batman. Let's talk.
Wait. After Muschietti is doing the next in-universe Batman?
Yeah, Brave and the Bold. Yep.
I don't like him as a director. I don't.
I mean, I'll say this. The Batman shit in The Flash was the best part of that movie.
I mean, yeah, honestly.
And that goes for both Affleck and Keaton. Like...
And if you and Affleck, Keaton, and if you want to be snarky about it, even Clooney.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm not really worried about Andy Muschietti as a director on this because I liked his directing for The Flash, minus some things. I'm not gonna say all right, but also what he did on the It show, I was like, oh man, this is pretty fucking solid. My concern with the Brave and the Bold is the writer, because they just announced who the writer is, and I was just like, why y'all keep hiring this bitch?
Who?
Christina Hodson.
Oh, wait, what did she do?
She wrote The Flash.
Yeah, but she did something else.
She wrote The Flash. She wrote that awful movie with Unforgettable. That awful movie with Katherine Heigl and what's that chick's name? Oh man, Rosario Dawson.
Beyonce? Oh, okay,
Rosario Dawson.
I'm thinking that other one.
Yeah. Let's bring up Christina Hodson's CV right now. She did Shut In, a movie starring Naomi Watts. That she wrote Bumblebee, which was okay.
It was fine.
Yeah, it was okay. And she also wrote Birds of Prey, one I also did not like. I feel like Birds of Prey probably would have been much better with a different script.
I liked what they were trying to do with Birds of Prey, but it did not execute well at all.
Yeah,
people keep forgetting. Like even I had actually forgotten that Birds of Prey actually existed.
Remember that fucking long ass title? Mm-hmm. Birds of Prey and the One Emancipation of One.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay. All right.
Before we move on, I've heard some rumors that Supergirl has tested through the roof. It's currently at 90% audience rating from the test screenings.
Cool. Right? Like, I am not excited for Supergirl, but I'm also not dreading it, right? I want to see what the movie is, but I can't see it being bad.
There's two things I got from the Supergirl trailer. One, cool to see them shooting on sets. Like, thank God. Thank God. Two, looks like it could be cool. Like, I don't really have one warfare or the other. It looks like it could go... Honestly, it looks like it could go either way. So I'm glad to hear that, people like it. That's all I'm going to say. Like, I am not rooting... I am more now rooting for DC to make it than I am Marvel.
Right. I mean, that new Lanterns trailer.
Yeah, fuck Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan a fucking cocksucker, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like, I love what they're doing with that. So I've always trusted James Gunn.
Well, you heard the newest news, right? Real quick, before we move on.
What's up?
Aaron Pierre is going to be co-starring in Man of Tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm like, good. Y'all swapped out fucking
fucking guy
for the Lantern nobody likes. I remember when they first announced, Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner. I was like, out of everybody, that one, we couldn't even get Jessica or the Luchador dude. Shit, I'd even take the Squirrel or the Bumblebee over this nigga.
Like, I hate Guy Gardner so much that in the comic book, when he gets his ass handed to him by Doomsday, I was like, good.
You know, it was Nathan who told who fought for the bowl cut, because James Gunn was originally going to get rid of it, and Nathan's like, nah, he got to keep the bowl cut. That's the whole part of the character.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah, because he's a douchebag. So
yeah. I mean, I don't like the character, but I love what Nathan Fillion did with it.
Man,
right?
It seems like all the live action lanterns in this universe are fucking douchebags, because fucking Hal's just a fucking asshole. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're a fucking prick.
Now, I got to go back, and because Hal is, his wife is the one that died when they when Reign of the Supermen, when the Eradicator destroyed like whatever city he's from, I think. So I wonder if they're going to reference that shit at all. I'm sorry, now I'm getting real deep comic book.
I'm going to be real with you. Yeah. You might as well have been talking Chinese.
Right, no, I get it. I get it. Like, I know, I was like, like I nerded myself there. I was like, motherfucker, if you don't shut the fuck up.
Listen, all that sounds cool. That's all I can say. All that sounds cool.
Like I said, in James Gunn, I trust, because he is an actual fan.
You know what? Now that he's in charge of this shit, can he get Ava back and have her do her New Gods movie with Tom King? Because I remember reading Mr. Miracle, and I was just like, damn, this shit's going to be hard. And then they announced they're doing a fucking New Gods movie co-written by her and Tom King. I'm like, oh, so they're basically just going to turn Mr. Miracle into a fucking movie. And that shit got canceled too, because, we can't have nice fucking things. So, like, James Gunn, let's get Ava and Tom's fucking New Gods movie back. You know what I'm saying? That could be a nice tee up. See, you could tee that up till, like, hey, eventually all these niggas gonna have to fight the New Gods. It don't have to be right away. You know what I'm saying? It could be like,
you can do a build up. Yeah. The shit Marvel used to do.
Yeah, man. Can you imagine like a fight between Big Barda and Superman, or Granny Goodness? Superman fighting Granny Goodness.
One that's not in the animated movies. Yeah.
Well, Granny Goodness was in the animated show.
No, but I'm just saying, like, we've never seen anything close to that except for in those DC animated movies, which honestly are far superior than the Marvel animated movies.
Look, man, James Gunn basically translated Superman the animated series to live action. So, like, it's
yeah. Let the man cook.
Yeah, man. Clark's a little harder edge in the movie and a little more empathetic in the movie than he is in the show, which is weird to say. But, like, listen. Yeah, start throwing in the New Gods, and not like the way Zack Snyder did. Like,
I mean, I'm just putting this out into the universe. I would love if someone attempted to do the Bloodline series.
Somebody should do. Actually, you know what? Somebody should adapt Mr. Miracle. Adapt that shit. Have that be a tee up. So,
yeah, I mean, they can. Like, Bloodlines would make a great TV show.
All right. I'll take your word for it. All right, moving on. I watched The Pope's Exorcist for the first time, because, again, it's on HBO Max, and, like, movies like this is exactly what streaming's for, where I'm just like, it's on streaming. Why the fuck not? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all.
I loved the overacting. I love the scenery chewing.
It is what it is. Like, I can understand once the movie ended, I was like, oh, I see how this is going to get a sequel. All right. All right. They directly set up the sequel at the end. I was like, all right, look, I will, every time it hits streaming, I will watch a new adventure of the Pope's Exorcist and his buddy priest who had sex with the town hottie.
I'm not like, I am not mad at this. I talk to people who are like, "Oh, it's not even scary." Blah blah blah. It's like, well,
I mean, that's
but
your
it's
fault.
fun.
That's your fault if you watch this and expecting that shit to be anything more than a studio horror movie.
Right. Like it's fun.
Yeah, you did that to yourself.
Right.
My only complaint is the teenage girl was wild annoying.
Yeah, but here's the thing. None of these shows or movies can seem to pin down
How to write
Teenage
a teenage girl.
right?
Kind of misogynistic if you think about it.
That was very misogynistic,
Always
right?
got to be a bitch.
Right, like yes, teenage girls very difficult. No one's gonna say that they're not, but they're not all just shrill, fucking annoying bitches. And I go back to Scream 7.
Fuck you, mom, and then does the exact thing you're not supposed to do. I was like, you'd be all right if you just listened for once.
Right, and like honestly, you're supposed to be. This generation of kids is supposed to be more empathetic and more worldly. You know, your mom has been. Everybody that she has known is either dead or tried to kill her. Maybe lay off her a little bit.
Well, nobody's wait. What movie?
Oh, Scream 7. I'm talking about Scream 7.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
But like that's the prototypical teenage girl in these movies and like in media.
The thing for me is Sydney straight up asked her, "Hey, where'd you get that coat from?" The attic. Don't think to go up there and check and see like, "Hey, that coat I ditched years ago suddenly fucking appeared."
Right.
Didn't think to go check the one place. Nobody checked that shit too. The house sweep. The cops swept the house and they're like clear. And I was like, y'all niggas didn't go in the attic.
Like they didn't go to the attic and they didn't go to the basement.
The two places serial killers hide. Yeah.
Like, all right, what are the two places? What a serial killer's wet dream? Attic, basement. Not gonna check them?
Attic, basement,
or a closet.
Yeah. God damn. All right. Sure. But yeah, Pope's Exorcist. Like, listen, I'll have fun when the Pope's Exorcist returns. The Pope's Exorcist goes to India. The Pope's Exorcist down under. The Pope Exorcist.
Like, look, I would watch this motherfucker. Like, I want to see this globe-trotting, fucking half alcoholic, ghost busting priest. Yeah.
Because the movie literally ends. They're like, we bought the monastery from the family and we paid them handsomely, so they're gonna be okay. And we Christianed it, and it's been sanctified, but there's still 90 other sanctuaries. I was just like, yo,
it might as well have gone dun 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 dun.
Yo, I was just like, yo, my man, like y'all that could have been the beginning of the second one instead of ending it. Also, I love how the inscription is like I forget what homie's name is, but so and so served the Catholic Church from yada 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 to yada yada yada, and he wrote 2 books, and then the last thing comes up and says they were pretty good books. I was just like, what?
This movie knows exactly what it was. It knew exactly what it was.
I was like, what? Yo, word.
They were all right, good. They were pretty good books. Yeah.
Yo.
All right.
Oh man, that was all right. Yo, listen, Pope's Exorcist, like was not mad at it. I saw exactly where I needed to see it. And the last thing I'm going to talk about before I hand it over to Jeff is before the Oscars yesterday, I went to Neshaminy and saw the 4K IMAX remaster of The Masters, Hayao Miyazaki, Kiki's Delivery Service.
Hey.
I couldn't remember if I saw this movie or not. And once it started, I was like, oh yeah, I did not see this motherfucker. Man, for a movie that's like 30 years old, or no, excuse me, it's basically 40. For a movie that's 40 years old, man, this motherfucker still holds up. It's nice to watch a movie where there's like no bad guys. It's just nice to watch, a girl just go through life she struggles, but the struggles don't feel insidious, and people are looking out for her and helping her out. Like it's just a nice, pleasant movie to watch. You know what I'm saying? Plus, has some for an animated film. I will also say, great flying sequences, like real great flying.
I mean, honestly, Kiki's Delivery Service is a lot of children's introduction to Miyazaki.
That or Ponyo.
Yeah. Right.
Because
they're.
I came home and I told my brother, I was like, damn, I think this might be the first Miyazaki movie not to have an allegory. He's like, nah. He's like people who told me who saw it, they're like, it's an allegory for burnout. And I was just like, oh, okay, yep, never mind. All right.
Okay. All right. Fair.
Yeah, I was like, I immediately clocked it because, like, you know, she loses her powers because she gets tired.
You know, just look, just like all of us.
I was not expecting this to be in full IMAX the entire runtime, so they really remastered it. The aspect ratio was opened up for the entire 190 screen that I saw it at, because I did not see it. Neshaminy does not have a 143; they have a 190, and it was IMAX aspect ratio the entire fucking movie. So that was a treat to see this the first time, remastered, large and loud like that. Like that was nice. Everybody in there was old as fuck except for like a couple of kids.
All right, a nice little Sunday afternoon.
Yeah,
viewing.
Yeah, made sure I saw the English subtitle Japanese dub, because I fucking watching English dubs. It's terrible.
It's the worst.
Yeah,
It is absolutely the worst.
Yeah, shout out. So Kiki's Delivery Service, like, man, I need to get this. I need to own this, and I need to now. Hopefully, I'll re-release Spirited Away, because I would like to revisit that. There's a couple. I missed Princess Mononoke because that was one day only. Fucking bastards! It was so bad that even the IMAX had to do a private screening for Michael B. Jordan, because he was just like, "I'm mad I missed it," and they gave him a private screening.
Yeah, it was one of those Adam events too, or nah? Or
no, it was just a one day only IMAX remaster. Like Tommy, I'm gonna have to miss Tommy, the Who's Tommy, which I've never seen. They're only doing it Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm like, I gotta work.
Right.
I was like, yo, y'all some fucking bastards, bro.
I mean, I understand this week because, you know, Hail Mary is dropping.
Yeah, they could have scheduled showtimes this weekend. Have fucking what's it called? Kiki's Delivery Service for the first two showtimes. Do Tommy, then you do Hoppers, and then you close out the night on The Bride. Because they've been given 3 showtimes to Kiki, one, then it's Hoppers, and then they close out on The Bride. And The Bride has been so late, people have not been going.
Really?
10:30 at night.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Fell 70% this weekend.
I mean, not surprising.
That's awful. I feel bad. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. That is worst movies are making money. Like, come on, man.
It's like they barely tried to push it, and then they pushed it. Right?
They pushed it.
Right, it felt like they were starting late for the push.
I saw this trailer for months, man, and it was all over TV and everything. Like, I'll say they pushed it, but like,
yeah. I mean, I haven't watched real TV in a minute, so
at least Wuthering Heights is gonna break even because it's gonna top out at 250 worldwide, and I was like, oh, they're gonna break even. So
which is fine. It's gonna, all of it's gonna find its legs. Like Wuthering Heights, and especially The Bride. Once The Bride hits streaming, I think that's where it's going to really find the success that it was looking for.
The Bride because The Bride needs to be doing Wuthering Heights numbers, because Wuthering Heights is gonna make 10 million profit, because the break even 80 million production budget for Wuthering Heights, so you think another 80 million for marketing, and then half of that goes to theaters. So like, yeah, they needed to do 240. So the fact that it's going to top out at 250, I'm like, oh, cool. They made 10 million profit off of Emerald Fennel. it paid off.
Right. So that means she gets to make another movie sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Maggie, she needed to do about 310 because let's say budget's around, they're saying 80 million, but I think it's more around 90. So it definitely needs to do like 310.
Yeah, it's not doing
Yeah, man. Yeah. Look,
unless they play up the whole entire Midnight Revival thing and they play into maybe the cultness of it, but they're not doing that.
look, that's Hollywood, baby. Sometimes you roll the dice, and sometimes it's called craps. The game's called craps for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, look, no one else besides Maggie Gyllenhaal would have gotten this movie made at that price point.
Also, nobody would attempt to do.
Like this felt. If you told me this, we said in our review, if you told me that a 25-year-old film student made this through a Kickstarter, that would be more explainable to me for how this got executed.
So yeah, I guess Tommy's always a movie I wanted to see. So I guess I'll see it eventually. It's another one I've been trying to see for like years. So
I've never seen it, but people love it.
I know the songs. I know the songs.
Right. I know the music,
Right.
but people tell me that it's one of the best concert films ever.
Oh, it's not a concert film. It's an actual movie. Like it has a plot and everything.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the concert film. Oh, so this is the actual time,
Yeah, like the movie.
The movie. That's gonna be rough to miss. In IMAX. Oh,
Fuck am I supposed to do?
yeah. No, like you gotta make money. I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is why I'm saying you guys gotta start picking and choosing what you put in this format, because now like any Tom, Dick, and Harry, like the fact that fucking Wuthering Heights had to share its IMAX screens with fucking Crime 101, I was just like, really, y'all? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some of the stuff where they're splitting screens with, like Hoppers. Like, no offense, Hoppers is like 10 times better than The Bride, but also
Right.
Hoppers didn't need to be in IMAX. Like, you had Dolby right there.
Like half this shit doesn't need to be in IMAX, right? But they can sell they want to upsell you.
Look, I will
Right.
say it. Sometimes I see shit just because I want to. Like the Revenant, that was in scope. It was not they did not open the aspect ratio of it. I don't regret any of my experience seeing the Revenant in IMAX though.
Yeah. Well, I get it. But that is a movie that it's aided by the larger screen. Hoppers, you watch it big, you watch it small. It's kind of the same experience, right?
Yes.
Not.
Yes. I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, like, look, I watched this movie and I'm just like I don't know. Like, y'all gotta start being very more judicious about what comes out on this shit. Like the fact that I feel Project Hail Mary is getting pulled for Super Mario. You know what I'm saying? And then Super Mario is gonna get pulled for Michael.
And once again, this does not need to be shown.
Well, at least Michael was shot in a tall format. So it's shot in 185. So if you see it on a 190 screen, it will take up that entire screen. So at least there's that. But like Super Mario, I don't know why anybody's paying money to see that shit in IMAX. You could just see that. If you want to see that loud, like large and loud, just go see it in Dolby.
Look, I saw it in IMAX just because that was the only thing that was playing that day. It was an IMAX, and it was too loud.
I just want to see it in 3D at Market Fair because, again, that was one where they were just like, oh, the screening's 2 hours before it opens. And I was just like, y'all showed it to people on, it was Monday. It was that Monday. They showed it to select people. I was like, y'all showed it to select people on Monday, but now everybody else has to wait till basically the shit opens. I was like, no, thank you. Thankfully, somebody contacted me. They're like, yo, just keep an eye out on your inbox. The screening for Super Mario is 2 days before it opens. I was like, cool. So they have much more faith in this one than they did the last one.
Sure. Yeah.
Yo, like, look, man, I can't promise I'll be awake for the whole thing, but like you'll be getting a review for it.
It's fine.
If you see me nodding off like I just did dog food, just know I had me some cut waters.
All right.
All right, Jeff, what have you watched?
We're the Film Blurs. I'm Brandon Nord, and I'm the motherfucking protagonist.
I'm the protagonist.
I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. He Who Remains.
Don't come at us. It's just fucking movies.
You've been listening to the Film Blurs podcast.
Man, I just love what you guys do, man.
I never miss an episode. It's the best. It's my favorite podcast.
Follow Jeff on IG on MindFireXL and Brandon on Twitter at BJN Tweets.